Hi, and welcome to the lore video for Everstar Grove, one of 2 starting zones for Exile players in the game Wildstar. I'll cover all of the lore for this area, including Datacubes, journals, and tales from beyond the Fringe keys, and we'll move from the start of the zone at Greenleaf Glade to the end at Everstar Passage. Follow along, or use the links in the description below to jump right to the items you need. The first item is in Greenleaf Glade itself, near the start of the zone. Follow the path leading north toward Mistwood Forest until you pass under an arch made of wires and roots. Look to your left to find a journal next to a fallen Orin and interact with it to collect My Flight from Arboria. For the second item, you'll need to enter Whisperwind Hollow, a section just east of Greenleaf Glade to which the questline will never send you. Explorers can use trailblazing flags to find a quick route into the Hollow, but if you prefer, you can also follow the road out to Mistwood Forest and loop back around at the fork. Run all the way to the end of the path and look to your left. The lore item is on the final platform before you reach the hologram of Victor Lazarin, next to a kneeling Mordesh. Interact with the Datacron here to learn more about the contagion by reading Containment Protocols. Follow the path north until you reach a small outpost of Mordesh in the center of Mistwood Forest. Check out the table in front of them to obtain a Datacron containing advertisements for Lazarin's own alchemical products. The next item is in the Arboretum, otherwise known as Exo-Lab 71. Keep following the road north and turn right at the fork, just past the outpost. This will lead you along the eastern path to the entrance of the Arboretum. Step on the green platform here and you'll be transported inside. Proceed to the second room of the lab and search for a deceased Mordesh scientist just to the right of the exit into the third room. Examine the Datacron beside him to grab Report to Dr. Lazarin. Leave the Arboretum and head north along the main road into Elderoot Refuge. There are several lore items here, but the first one you'll probably see is a sheet of paper on a small table close to Queen Miala Everstar. Interact with it to read a love letter to the Queen. Run straight ahead and look for a gray table under an overhang at the back of the refuge in front of a large blue monitor. There is another Datacron here containing the first key you'll need for the Tales from Beyond the Fringe edition, Adventure Awaits. Just west of the key, Professor Rhoda Wellspring will be on a platform next to the first Datacube of the zone. Interact with it for an introduction to the Nexus project. If you played through the Northern Wilds already, you've probably figured out by now that some of the lore is repeated across zones, specifically introductory pieces to core concepts in the game like the Nexus Project Datacube. For the most part, these do need to be recollected in Everstar Grove to fill up your lore collection for the zone, but there's one world story lore piece that won't be interactable if you already obtained it somewhere else. For those who don't have it yet, look to the shelf just past Professor Wellspring to collect Secret Ops Report, Welcome to Secret Ops. If you picked this one up in an earlier zone, you can still see the Datacron but won't be able to collect it again. This is actually part of the world story lore and not Everstar Grove itself, but since it appears here, I'm including it anyway. On the west side of the zone, look for a quartermaster named Supplier Ingavek. There are plenty of decorative books on the tables nearby, but only the one closest to her is a lore item. Interact with it for a copy of the Galactic Explorer's Handbook. Head back toward the entrance to Elderoot Refuge and run up a small hill on the east side leading to the Elderoot tree and to one of Victor Lazarin's makeshift lab stations. Look for a small scroll on the rightmost table facing the station to collect Wisdom of the Elderoot. Either jump from the platform nearby, take the ramp down on the right past Lazarin Station, or go around to reach the base of the Elderoot. Just beneath the face of the tree, you'll see a thin path lined with circuits heading into the trunk. Follow the path to its end to find another Datacube, Botanical Sentience, and to learn more about the Elden's research in Everstar Grove. Leave the Elderoot tree and follow the green circuits on the ground into an open area surrounded by Grove Guardians. There is another Datacube atop a rounded device near the southwest corner of the area. It may look a little high, but you should be able to land on the rim with a double jump and run up from there, though you can also use some of the nearby structures and hills to give yourself a higher starting point. Interact with the cube once you're up to collect Datacube entry, Energetic Organism. From here, loop back to Elderoot Refuge and follow the northwest path toward the Blighted Glen. This area is in the very corner of your map, and you'll need to run all the way to the end of the glen to find the lore piece. Once you pass the entrance to the Blighted Tunnel, look ahead for a special and gruesome mob called the Bark Blight Horror. This guy is the unwitting guard to the next Datacube, so you may have to take him out to reach it. You can try to sneak around if you prefer, but note that the horror does drop a quest item the first time you defeat it. Run past the Bark Blight Horror and search for a hidden Datacube behind a black and green wire just beyond the bones of the horror's victims. This will give you some insight into the named mob via the Datacube entry Unexpected Mutation. There is another Datacube inside the Blighted Tunnel, but you'll need to get help from a scientist or be one yourself to reach it. Head into the tunnel until you see a fork in the road with a door on your left. Scientists can solve a puzzle just outside the door to get past, but on this run, Orin player Jen or Ruth helped me in, so I'd like to send a big thanks to him for helping complete this video. Follow the path once you're through and look to the left wall for Datacube entry Parasitic Threat. Use the panel to the left of the door when you're ready to leave the room. This one can be activated by players of any path, so you won't need any help to leave. Head further into the Blighted Tunnel until you reach a large open room at its end. There will be another fallen Orin curled around a Datacron against the left wall. Interact with it to collect his journal, The Living Root Phenomenon. Just 2 more to go. For the next piece, you'll need to follow the main road all the way into Bloodbloom Vale on the northeast side of the map. Run until you reach the point at which the main road changes from a solid line to a dotted one on your map. The skies should darken and firestorm enemies will appear right as you approach. Look to the right for a small trail leading up a hill. You'll know you have the right one by the bee-stung scouts that fill the area. Take them out if you want, but these guys are in shock and they won't attack you. Look for a Datacron on your left as you head up the path to collect my personal favorite of the zone, Honey Expedition Distress Call. The last lore item is at the very end of the zone. Follow the main road through Bloodbloom Vale and Fort Firestorm until you reach the cave entrance to Everstar Passage. At the back of this area, you'll find Queen Miala Everstar beside a portal to the Zone Celestion. Examine the Datacron in front of the portal to collect the second and last key for the Tales from Beyond the Fringe edition, Adventure Awaits. Congratulations on collecting all of the lore for Everstar Grove. That may be it for this zone, but there are still plenty of notes, journals, and Elden recordings out there to explain the world of Nexus. So thanks for watching, and see you next time!